If you are rejected by the world, sis, you are in the right place, baby, because I'm telling you that you're accepted by God, and that's all that matters. Now let's get into the video. We're gonna be talking about the character of Satan. The character of Satan. I think it's important to know the character of Satan so you can recognize it, and then, you know, have the proper steps that you need to take once you recognize it. Either you're going to pray and rebuke, or you're going to exit stage left, or you're going to do all three. The first thing that what I know so far after my study of the Bible and the Word, what I know, of course, I have my notes here, right here. What I already know without like literally pulling scriptures and all this stuff. Satan introduced doubt. He introduced doubt in the form of a question. That's what he did to Eve. He did that to Eve. You sure you shouldn't eat this apple, or whatever he introduced. But we all know that he introduced doubt through a question. So we know that's what Satan does. So be on the lookout for the enemy attacking your mind, because sometimes the enemy will attack your mind by introducing doubt, like if or should I or no, like doubt is from the enemy. We know that he is a liar, literally being the father of lies. The enemy likes to use my past to condemn me, right? So my response is to respond with the truth, which is who the Son set free is That's what I like to respond. And something with music. We all know that the devil we ain't even talk. Well, we are talking about him. We know that he. I think he was the one that like created music or something like that. I don't know how true that is. That's not in the Bible, but that's what they be talking about on the internet. But I like to fight the enemy when he introduced lies. I like to fight him with music, because one is catchy. When the enemy tried to say, he be like, what he be saying, telling me? He be saying, what he be saying? Dang, I can't even remember right now what the enemy be what he be saying to me, but he be saying a lot. And I just be like, who the Son set free is truly free indeed. Fight him with the truth. Fight him with the word. We know that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He don't come for no other reason. And then, hold up. And I had someone said this to me, where it said that he comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? The and was silent. I ain't hear and. I heard he come to steal, kill, or destroy. That's what I heard originally. And then I remember someone, the pastor, he pointed out, he said he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He comes to do all three of those things. It's not just one or the other. Right? The one thing that I've learned is that coming to Christ was literally the best thing I ever did in my life. Literally, because this internal peace that I have it can't compare. It doesn't compare to anything external. Nothing externally will ever be able to give me this internal peace. Because do you know why? Because I've been living in this world for so long. And it's been chaotic. My mind's been chaotic. My decisions been chaotic. A lot of the things that I did was off of generational patterns. It was generational patterns that I continue to repeat. And for me, the Lord, knowing how he want me to live, knowing how he loves me, that, I can literally solely depend on him. I don't have to depend on anything external anymore. I can depend on him. And then he'll bring in the resources. He'll bring in the people. And then the person that the Lord is bringing in is from him by their fruit. You recognize him by their fruit. How do they treat people? Are they operating in love? Are they operating in self-seeking? Are they arrogant? Like you can see who sent the person by their character. By their character. You know who sent who sent it? Especially when it comes to people, because we're talking about recognizing Satan in people, Satan characters in people, because right, we don't have Satan not walking around. Satan is not walking around, but he's using people. He used people. In the New Testament, Satan jumped into Judas. Satan jumped into Peter, through his speech, through his words. Satan can influence your actions. He influenced Judas' actions. He influenced Peter's speech by Peter saying what he said to Jesus. And Jesus was like, I rebuke you, devil. So, we have to be able to see Satan. And that's why I'm making this video. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay? So recognize, because to me, I remember I got this from what's her name? I think it's Keisha maybe. Satan's son, especially being a single woman out in this world, in this worldly world, right? A single woman being in this world, you got to be able to recognize Satan's sons. And if they not reflecting their fruit, stay your little behind right over there where you at, because I'm good, bro. I'm good on you. I'm off you, bro. Like, your fruit not looking right. Your character not looking right. You trying to lead with money. I'm good. What's your character looking like? You can't buy character. You can't buy character. You can't buy it. It gotta be in you. Character is in you. Something else that I notice is that we have a larger container to hold. The enemy can occupy us in a way where other beings could not deal with it. So if you think about the time when the man was possessed, right? And then Jesus cast out the demons and they went into the herd of pigs. And the pigs could not take it. The pigs literally, they drowned themselves. The pigs killed themselves. So the man was the container for all of those demons that they went into. It was, who's in your container? Who are you allowing to fill you up? Is it God or is it Satan, right? So if you're filled with Satan, if Satan is the one that's occupying your container, when Jesus comes and he comes to deliver you, in this story, Jesus delivered this man and all of them went into the herd of pigs and the pigs drowned themselves. This man was walking around with this, the pigs could not even deal with it. So we have a larger container, and that is deep. Like, who is filling you? And I also learned the other day that, with the Samaritan woman, the story with the woman at the well, right? She, the location that they were in, that was a place of worship. That's where their ancestors, built the altar there. The well was there, and that was a specific location where they worship, right? So then the Samaritan woman was like, "Oh, this is where we used to worship here and here, here and there, right?" But the Lord Jesus was like, "Oh, it's going to come up. It don't even matter. It don't matter where you worship. As long as it's in spirit and truth. The location no longer matters. What matters is that it's in spirit and that is in truth." Right? How did we get there?
We was talking about the container and how who's filling your container is either God or is it Satan, and worship is one form of way to fill your container with the Holy Spirit, as long as in spirit and in truth.
Satan, what he does, right? This is what he does. He bring accusations. Hello. I'm great. How are you? Also, it says in my notes that Satan asked for permission, right? In Job's story, God and Satan, they was talking. They was talking, right? Satan went to him and was like, "Yeah, I'm just looking for somebody to destroy." And then the Lord was like, "Oh, well, here's Job. Here's Job." He just offered Job up and was like, "Here's Job. Like, have fun with him." I bet you he's not going to turn he's not going do whatever. And Satan basically destroyed his life. He destroyed his life. However, the Lord did come through and restored everything. But Job never knew why something happened. He never knew why it happened. It just was happening because it happened. God allowed it. And that's so important, where sometimes, and this is, I'm talking to myself, where it's like, you know, I be wanting to know why. Well, why is this happening? Why is this going on? What did I do? What sin did I commit? And that's the same thing Job was doing. Job and his friends, like, well, did your son did this? Did this happen? Did this, did that? You know, but sometimes God allowed things to happen to show his power, to show his power, to show, you know, and then sometimes God can be testing you. Like God tests, oh, you love me, or let's see how much you love me. You want to really walk this disciple life. Let's see how strong you are. So sometimes, you know, Satan is, you know, doing stuff to you, or your life is falling to crap, is because God is allowing it. God allowing all of this to happen, and it's for a purpose. Satan, we need to know that Satan has an army. Satan has an army just like God has an army. Just like God has an army, Satan has one too. Satan got his army. And I know I used to be into like all this stuff, but I'm no longer interested in it anymore. I'm just like, I'm not interested in it anymore, because you be so focused on Satan but not focused on Jesus. Like, you too focused on Satan. Like, you need to be focused more on Jesus, the person who can deliver you from Satan. Okay, so the last thing is in Galatians 4. Okay, yeah, we're definitely about to get out of here. It's too many bugs. It's too many bugs. Anyway, so we know in Galatians 4, we know that basically tells us that is the character of Satan. That following text, it shows us the character of Christ, and then we have the character of Satan. So if you feel like people are coming up against you, know that Satan is using them. Satan is using them. Satan is using them. And for no reason. If you are operating in the spirit of truth, if you are operating in the fruit of the spirit, and then you just randomly have people dislike you for no reason, or people just trying to come at you for no reason, or people at your job is treating you this way, Satan is using them. And the only way you can do that is continue to show up as a reflection of Christ. You know, still treat them with love, and fight them with the word. Pray for them. He said, pray for your enemies. Pray for your enemies. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Again, sis, you in the right place. If you're rejected by the world, you're in the right place. Like, you should just subscribe. Like, just subscribe, and then like the video, and then like be here next week for the next video. And I'll see you guys soon. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.